Alligator mouth with a hummingbird butt. From birth, humans are made to talk. Yes, I'm aware that newborns cannot talk, Captain Obvious. When speech develops, the mind signals to the mouth to communicate. This video discusses the frivolous nature of silly minded beings, the use of vernacular, and the ramifications of not speaking mindfully. Like everything in life, there are pros and cons, especially in people's communicative nature. Recently, while traveling on Chicago's famous train systems, there's an influx of weed, cigarettes, liquor shots, body oils, and anything the scalpers believe will bring a quick dollar. Something happened in another car, apparently, on the train that spilled into the car that I was riding in. A man appeared through the the in between doors separating the cars, yelling, "On my daughter this and on my daughter that," with a black skull cap with a green leaf on it, cocked to the left. All types of red flags. Now, for those who don't know what hearing "on my this" or "on my that," that is an individual seeking to convince another individual or group that that they're speaking the truth, that what they say is accurate. A bunch of chest puffing, a bunch of barking, essentially. Now, this is the starting point of the alligator mouth.
The alligator mouth?
Yes, if you haven't witnessed a picture of an alligator, what are you doing with your life? Don't be a dumb person with a smartphone. So this dude sits opposite where I'm sitting, rubbernecking the whole time with his eyes glued at the door through which he just appeared. Shortly afterwards, two younger teens also followed up into the car that I'm riding in, and as soon as they appeared, the alligator mouthed male began to get worked up tremendously. He got up, pacing directly back and forth in front of the seat where I'm seated. Now, when he moved to uh, the area where I'm seated, well, that's what concern, um, rightfully so, came into play. Because what it looked like to me was that he was seeking to create a barrier between himself and myself, even though I was seated. But as you know, when untrained individuals or groups are firing firearms, they typically don't hit their target. They typically hit everything but their target, and or uh, the surrounding areas. So this was going through my mind while he's pacing back and forth, and I'm thinking, this bitch ass motherfucker, you know, instead of getting off the train where things occurred, he comes to another car and essentially is putting others in danger because of his big mouth. That's how I looked at it. Anyway, the digression aside, I can his anguish was thick. It was thick and massive. You could feel it. Everyone could feel it. I'm pretty sure. It was similar to like a cornered animal seeking refuge in an enclosed area with a little, an open space. And I'm sure if he could have turned invisible, he would have. And so now his vernacular is aggressive, warning of licking off shots towards the still and present danger to his soul being of the two other males. But I could tell that they were weighing their options. Now, an upcoming stop appeared. The doors opened, and the loudmouth dude didn't get off as I expected anyone to do in such a situation. So now I'm thinking, okay, what's really going on? Were you really trying to were you really trying to get away from them, or were you trying to take the nonsense and the drama to another car, as which he did. So now, I'm definitely I'm on guard now. I'm on point. You know, I'm almost ready to take him down myself because he's pacing back and forth in front of me, endangering others, and not just himself. That's pussy ass. Finally, the two teens decided to go back through the doors and return to the car that they were riding in. Now they're gone, but the alligator mouthed with a hummingbird ass dude is still going on as if the two teens could still hear the blathering that he was doing. This is when I figured that he most definitely had an alligator mouth with a hummingbird ass. For context, a hummingbird is very small, and compared to an alligator mouth, you get the picture. Let's picture an alligator with a hummingbird butt. And that's when the guy was like, eventually, he gonna have to do something to somebody and do something to somebody else. And I'm thinking, man, you still blowing hot air. Shut the fuck up. So eventually he got off the train, a stop or two later. And then he tore ass like it was hot. Like the ground was hot. The moral of the situation is that wolf tickets are highly sought after. And one must be extremely careful when selling, as one never knows the deep pockets of buyers. Luckily for him, the two teams either elected to catch him another time, heeded his warning about lead medicine, for lack of a better term, or figured to catch another in a different situation. Either way, don't be the alligator with a hummingbird ass in one of the most violent cities in society. And that's the reality.